I would say we split because both of our friend groups are very dominant friend groups. So it was very much so like, hey, Smina, like, come here.
It's gonna demand your attention.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's like a full table of like all of his friends from Tennessee and a full table of my friends.
Yeah.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Vlogmas 2023.
Yes.
I'm Smina.
I'm Ray.
And today is a fun one. We're gonna do something I've been waiting. Huh?
Is it yes?
Oh, we're gonna do something I've been waiting to do for a hot minute now.
Yes, it's been 2 months now.
Yeah, we got this video back in September. Anyways, we are going to be watching our wedding video for the first time. I am really excited to see it, honestly. I'm not even gonna try and preface it. I am just excited. Go ahead.
I'm ready. I'm ready to start. So let's play it.
We had to trim that hair. Claire was trimming my hair like right before we walked out.
Oh, come on. Deal. Stop
There's your dad.
it. Corey in the background. Zach.
You see your mom. You see Tyreesha in the front? She cannot stop smiling.
Oh, there she is.
This is my mom.
Your sister. Here.
That's Dixie and Josh.
Yes, both Joshes. That's my brother and your sister. Look at him. And there goes my best man.
He's walking funny. he's like super still. I think she was walking faster than he was.
My brother's still up. Okay.
He's up for a good amount of time. You can see my eyes moving back and forth. You can catch your eyes. And you keep looking back and forth at your dad and at me.
I was like, I wasn't there.
Why my uncle went to sleep in the room?
Now it should not therefore be entered into the holy light, or taken lightly, but soberly, quietly,
In the background.
and reverently, and in the fear of God. Let us therefore consider the seriousness of this divine task, and hope God's divine presence upon us. I now charge you, Lord, as you stand in the presence of God and influence, to remember that true love and faithful observance of the Lamb's vow are the required foundation God is once again in full effect. Greg, you take this woman to be in all things very light, and you learn to promise before God and the witnesses that you will love her and comfort her, and keep her in sickness and in health, and not forsake all others for her alone. You will perform unto her all the respect that a husband owes to his wife, as long as you both shall live. So say I will. Mary, you take this man, and you love him very much. And do you earnestly promise before God and the witnesses that you will love him and comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and that forsaking all others for him alone, that you will perform unto him all the respect that a wife owes to her husband, as long as both of you shall live. Restore the apple. Who gave this woman to be married to this man?
He's so quick with I do. It's me.
It was me. No, my father. Oh my gosh.
There goes my brother.
Listen, you needed a minute. Give me this. Oh.
Jamie probably like, what
Jamie
the-
enjoys the chat.
What the hell is going on? Like, you good, bro? Like,
Stand up.
I love how Josh is like comforting the man and then Jamie turns around, get up! Like, what the heck are you?
Get up.
Come on.
There's a camera there, but the catch is actually doing it. Where is that?
He's making sure he has it.
But it's a continuous search that represents the continuous love that is shared between the husband and the wife. And so
Bro.
He zoomed in.
Not the slow motion. That was unnecessary.
Now I'm at 3.
Adrenaline running through my veins. I'm a skeleton. When you say my name, and I hide.
My mom is out here. Yeah, this is my party.
Look at my grandmother.
Like jumping out of airplanes, swimming with the sharks. That existential feeling when you're staring at the stars. There's a hurricane in my head, but the lightning in my heart makes it worth it. Yeah, I still get nervous.
My mom's the only one like that. Listen, guys, we had like what, 3, 4 camera people? I think it was rain down in 3.
I think it's 2 other people.
Cause I still get nervous when your lips hit my lips and the fireworks sparks and the sparks through the air like the 4th of July. I'm looking forward to you forever. I'm searching. Cause I still get nervous every time you touch. It's like paradise fell down from above.
Oh, you crying?
Even too much ain't enough. No. Like flying in the fast lane, no headlights in the dark. That existential
My eyes see the crinkle right there. You can see it.
I'm running in
So
my
why is it
head.
like this?
Butterflies in my heart, make it worth it. Yeah, I still get nervous. When you walk through the door and you look in my eyes, yeah, it feels like the very first time. I go over you forever. I'm certain.
They have to expect that some people are not moving that fast.
Moving pretty fast.
And the fireworks flash
Yeah,
and the sparks in the air like the 4th of July. I go over you forever. I'm certain.
We forgot the dance. We were just talking.
Exactly, just talking about back and forth. All that practice day before just for nothing.
And my heart was surging. Now I don't deserve this. That's why I still get nervous.
Oh my
When
God.
you walk through the door and you look in my eyes, yeah, it feels like the very first time. I can follow you forever. I'm certain.
This video definitely will not be monetized. Thank you, John Legend. But you know, John Legend was like 75% of our playlist, so
Right.
he deserves a video. He deserves a.
Cause I still get nervous.
Who has the bubbles?
I still get nervous.
You see, dancing with your mom, and then hold on. Does he catch my entrance? I love my entrance. I love it so much. I was just picturing.
Oh yeah, this is definitely good.
Yeah, the reception and
Look at Bree. We forgot that cake.
everything. Yo, completely forgot the cake
Who
existed.
called the?
Alyssa did,
Okay.
but we kept
Look
playing
at
music.
Jamin.
Do you saw Jamie? Look at Alex. Oh my goodness, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh.
Just to give you guys some details real quick about the wedding, it was done in, what was it called? What's the place?
The Cab Historic Courthouse.
Yeah, but the location was in Decatur, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the location is Decatur, but it's the Cap Historical Courthouse. Slightly confusing because they had the historical courthouse right in front of the actual courthouse, so
Yeah.
I did get a few guests.
You
What
did?
else? Yeah, I had a few people. My grandma had to walk out and find my grandma. I love my grandma to death. I had to. She called me. She's like, "Where's your wedding at?" I'm like, "Grandma, I'm in it. I'm trying to." Even like Josh needed some help. Garcia. What else? What else happened?
You talking about just synopsis in general, or like crazy things that happened during the day?
I would say details. We'll do a synopsis. We probably need a whole video for
A whole video
a
for
whole
all the
video,
stuff that happened.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I want this video to be a little short because we have a lot of other stuff planned for Vlogmas, and I'm tired right now. It's day 3. We're like 6
It's
videos
not day
in.
3.
It's like day what?
Today's
4 or 5.
Today's the 5th.
So 5th video, which means we've done 7 videos this month so far.
Yeah.
I need a day. I need a day.
All right, we'll keep this one short and sweet. It was supposed to be like a garden theme, so everything was green and white and just like vines and like greenery.
Okay.
Who fed us was
That
Fox
was
Bros,
Bros
Catering.
I just like there was just so much stimuli going on that I barely ate. You ate more than me.
Yeah, I was up dancing, so I got up and I ate again.
Yeah, but I was kind of grazing the whole time, because there was a few small hiccups. Yeah, there was a few small hiccups. So I was like, my mind was in so many different places. I think the food was good. I got some feedback from like Alex and them saying like the food was good. Apparently the salad was super good.
The salad was good. I remember the food being good. Like it was a good spread.
Yeah. We didn't want to go like a very traditional route, but we also didn't want to. We didn't want to invest more into our wedding than we did like our future per se.
Yeah.
The
design.
DJ. We will drop DJ below. We will drop. We will drop the wedding planner below.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Plug my cousin, the wedding planner.
We will not
she was
drop
amazing.
We will not be dropping the bartender below, unfortunately.
And you know what? If I can find like a video link for it, the photographer and videographer too.
Yes.
They came and they did that.
They did. I think so. In total, we spent what? I think we spent less than 15.
That was around 12.
Yeah, definitely less than 15. I would say around 12, but we did have some pocket money that was getting thrown around also. So once you include tips and all of that stuff.
I think that's what put us around 12. I think like in actual sums we were maybe around
The
11.
goal was 10.
Yes, the goal was 10.
So going to like 11, 12, 13, super cool. Our honeymoon was Cancun, Mexico.
Yes, all-inclusive resorts.
Yes, we would do another video for that, but
we have no pictures.
We don't have that many. I have a decent amount.
We have some pictures.
I'm not looking at it. I have a decent amount of photos, but
are they all poolside?
Like half of them. I will say that most of the photos are just us relaxing, us drinking, so or us just sleeping or like in the sun. So don't want to do a whole video about that.
At the pool, at the beach, at the restaurant.
Yeah, we went
at
to
the
the beach,
pool, at the beach, at the restaurant.
And the hot tub, and the pool, and
Yeah.
the beach. So
it was really, really fun though, and very relaxing. I think we both really needed that break.
Yeah.
After all the stress of the wedding and work stuff, it was a lot going on.
We stayed there for, I want to say 5 days, 4 nights.
I think so, 5 days, 4 nights.
What else?
That airport going back was so cold.
It was freezing cold. We got there way too early.
Way too early. We literally, like, we just kept seat bouncing.
Yeah,
because
the
we were there
time
for
difference
so long.
compared with the, just how cold it was. We did eat there also.
Yeah, we ended up eating at that Forrest Gump restaurant. I can't remember
Which
what
was
it's
pretty
called.
good, actually. They had a plate and it had like 4 or 5 different types of shrimp on one plate. All of them were fried?
Yeah, I think all of them were fried.
And it was like coconut shrimp, normal shrimp, whatever. But it was really good.
I can't remember what the place is called either.
Yeah, back to the wedding. Yeah, there was about 100 people. A lot of people that we wanted to come. We didn't have space, unfortunately.
And there were some people we wanted to come, but like the turnaround was a little too short for them to get noticed for work.
Yeah.
I think the turnaround was about 6 months.
Yeah.
between the engagement and the actual wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of people, I wish you guys could come. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. But the goal of the wedding was to get married. Like the goal of the wedding was just like have fun, get her done, have some close, intimate people. Not everybody, but we didn't want to.
The people that needed to be there were there.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say that. There were a few people that kind of needed to be there per se, but
yeah.
It was more of those turnaround times you were talking about. But overall, like I wouldn't change much about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't remember much about it either.
Why
like,
do you not remember it?
Well, I remember it, but most like what I remember is I remember you. I remember Jamin. I remember like Alex Tanai and Nyla. I remember Casey. Like those really big moments.
Yeah.
Like taking us around of shops.
We went around the whole, like we had to do diligence and everything before we went crazy. So we went around the entire room and said hello to every single table.
Yeah.
And then at some point, like we hovered around my friend's table for a little bit, and then we hovered around your friend's table for a little bit. And at some point we split off.
We did split.
We split off, and I was with my friends, and I look up, and I was like, oh crap, let me go find my husband.
Yeah.
And he's just having a ball across the room with his group of friends.
Split. And that's just because, I would say we split because both of our friend groups are very dominant friend groups. So it was very much so like, hey, Spinner, like, come here.
It's gonna demand your attention.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's like a full table of like all of his friends from Tennessee and a full table of my friends.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, this is gonna be all of my attention, and they're across the room from each other. So it was just a whole thing.
With that being said, we only split for a few minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. And then the table arrangement wasn't arranged the way that it should have.
Yeah.
We originally planned for it to be arranged.
It got mixed up somewhere along the way.
Somehow. And I think that's more so because we were focused more on the table numbers, but the wedding planner, the way that she put the table numbers wasn't the way that we envisioned the table numbers. Like we had like table 1 and 2. Table 1 having all of your friends, table 2 having all of my friends, but then once we actually got there, 1 and 2 were like across the room. It was like, how did that work?
And we
but
wanted,
obviously she kind of like...
Yeah, there was a reason for why she did it. But there was also like the issue with the fact that we wanted to put our friends as close as possible to us. Yeah. But at the same time, we knew like we needed to put our parents near us. Yeah. And we had them on 2 sides. Yeah. It was like, okay, we're gonna work with it. It's gonna be fine.
And then I want to say some people started moving chairs.
They did.
Some people moved chairs.
We sent some people in their front spots.
Yeah, because my brother was just walking around, and I was like, bro, like you're with, like I got a seat for you, like you have been assigned.
Like, we told you where to sit.
Like you are my brother. Yeah, like but he said, I don't know where the rest of the group went. And I was like, it's okay, bro. Like you are like part of the wedding party. Find a seat, and like nobody's gonna tell you to move.
And then by the time all the grown-ups started to like wind down and start to leave, we go over to the bartender and realize we have all of this stuff that we paid for.
Yeah. So quick synopsis with bartender. So bartender did arrive later than we originally planned for them to. I didn't personally talk to them. I think that
I was not allowed to talk to them.
Yeah, I think that there was a miscommunication because like I told you guys at the beginning of the video, the location was a little wonky. They had the historical one and they had the regular one. I think it was an honest mistake on their part. They probably went to the regular one. The doors were locked, so they were just trying to figure out where to go. And they never actually kind of reached out to the wedding planner, and they weren't responding to the wedding planner according to what I got. They kind of fed me more information than they fed her just because I was closer to the wedding planner, number one, and I feel like I can deal with stressors a little bit better than you could, at least that day. Yeah.
That day, yeah. But in general, like, it got to a point, it wasn't even, like, her getting there late and everything, that's fine. Because, I mean, at least she showed up. Yeah. But then the line was happening, and she didn't want to accept any help. And it's like, I will go over there and tell her to accept help. Yeah. Because you're not going to say no.
Yeah, so that was issue number 2 was, obviously us and the wedding planner was busy, right? But our wedding was filled with very intimate people that, like, I'm pretty sure like every person in that wedding, we would trust our lives with. So, like I'm telling people like, hey, go talk to the bartender, go talk to the caterer. Like, can you help me do some of this stuff? And Jamin talks to the bartender, and the bartender's like, no, we need the groom or the bride to do it. I'm like, hey, like, no. Jamin is my proxy.
You sent Jamin to go help her. And she's like, no. And then Alpha goes and is like, no, they want him to help you. And she's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
And so he starts like making some drinks and taking orders and stuff like that. And then later we tried to do shots. We were going to do like a round of shots. We had all this extra alcohol. Like, okay, we're going to do a round of shots with like the whole room.
Yeah.
And so people try and go get shots. And she's like, no, only the bride and groom can get shots.
Yeah. So that part made sense because when it comes to bartenders, there's different ways that you can pay them. Like you can pay them on an hourly basis, you can pay them like on a per bottle basis, or your guests can pay them. For us specifically, we wanted to do a hourly basis, so between X amount of time and X amount of time. No, that is very incorrect. For us, we did it based on the drink count. So we had like 100, I forgot what it was, but basically everybody could get about 3 drinks. Yeah. So by us getting straight shots instead of drinks, it technically took out of our drink portion, but we only had like an hour left of the wedding and people weren't gonna just down full drinks.
Yeah, so. And we already had people, like all the grown-ups were starting to leave, and so the younger people were still there. We're like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and use this up. So when she's like, oh, only the bride and groom can get shots, me and him go over there, give me 7 shots, give me 10 shots. Yeah. He just started he filled his hands with shots, walked away, and came back with in 15 seconds, ready for more.
And then eventually I did talk to her. Probably just talk to her from the beginning and say, hey, like, let's just go straight with shots. I will say, like, a little disappointed, like, not a single wine bottle was open.
Yeah.
We paid for all of it. Everybody was technically able to get, everybody, based on how much we paid, everybody was supposed to get they were supposed to get my signature drink, her signature drink, and a red or a white wine.
And there was also champagne.
Yeah. So, yeah, red, white, or champagne. No, you're right. Champagne was a whole different thing. So you could, basically it was 4 drinks for the night. My drink, her drink, 3 drinks for the night. Sorry. My drink, her drink, a red or a white, and then the champagne toast. I think we were having way too much fun, so we just forgot the toast.
Yeah, we never did the champagne toast.
We barely did the cake.
Yeah, we barely did the cake. Someone had to remind us. But our champagne toast was the round of shots for everyone. We made sure everyone had a shot. Like, we would not leave that area until like everyone had a shot. And then we got in the center, and someone passed the mic back to us, and we did a little toast. We thanked everyone, and we're like, okay, everybody, and then we all just did a shot together, which is really, really nice.
And then
your grandma would not leave.
My grandma would not leave. I was telling my friends, like, hey, like, I was telling my party friends, like, hey, like, Alex, like, tonight, like, we're like, you guys not even opening up these bottles of wine. Like, I thought this was for show. I was like, Alex, now you know I don't have alcohol for show at my wedding. For show. Like, everything at that table is like eligible for getting messed up.
Please open it.
My grandmother, she had a blast. She would not leave. Alex tried to go to the DJ 3 times. 3 times.
What was it she was trying to play?
I think it's called Juicy Red Pound Town.
Sexy Red
Pound Town. First time the DJ was like, nah, like no, lights are still on.
Yeah.
Second time, the DJ said no, and Alex got mad. She was like, hey, go tell that man to play Pound Town. So I started walking over there, and I saw my grandma in the corner. I'm like, hey, grandma,
it's time to go.
Never mind. So I tell Alex, like, no, can't do it. And then the third time, that's when I actually go to my grandma, and I'm like, hey, grandma, like, it's time to wrap up. And I tell my mom, like, who's driving grandma home tonight?
Take your mother, please. No, but that DJ did need some guidance, because we were like, I don't know what he was playing at first, but I was sitting here like, this is kind of boring. And then my mom pulls me aside when we got to her table.
Yeah.
She pulled me aside and she's like, go put some Creole gospel. And I was like, I'm not doing that. But I go to my sister and I was like, Now your mom wants like old school Haitian gospel music on right now. That's not what I want, but I do want him to play some better music. And the thing is, I had asked for this DJ, like I checked with this DJ beforehand and asked him like, can you do like multicultural? Are you gonna mix in compa? Are you gonna mix in some good stuff? Like some stuff that I'm gonna remember. And he's like, yeah, I've done that before, I can do that. And then he gets there and he doesn't do it.
And I think the disconnect and the one thing about the wedding as a whole and wedding planning as a whole is I think you were a lot more hands-on in the beginning. And I think we should have introduced the wedding planner a lot more, because during the actual wedding day and a few weeks before the wedding day,
from like the shower to the wedding,
she was trying to like now recruit with all of the vendors and now try to build those relationships and things like that. So there was a lot of times where she was trying to make executive decisions and the vendors were like, have you spoke to Ray and Smyrna about this? And like, you know, I'm a very laissez-faire, like I'm very like, hey, like I paid this lady, like listen, like so that's the only thing I would have done differently. Is I would have kind of introduced your cousin a lot earlier.
It would have been great.
We also never did like formal introductions. Like we never actually went to Fox Rose and said, hey, so this is the wedding plan.
But no, we did with Fox Bros, because didn't she come to the...
Well, we sent an email to them.
No, she came to the thing, didn't she?
She came to the thing,
yeah. But aside from that, back to the DJ, you got me off track. The DJ did eventually start playing like compa and stuff like that, because my sister went up. When I told my sister that, she's like, thank you, because I've been waiting for like some kind of permission to go change this music. So she went up and she got him back on track, and then it got him. The party got a little more hype.
I would say even the DJ, he did really good. The only thing was a lot of older people stayed back a lot longer
than we expected.
So he was just trying to be super respectful of like
Guest
the environment.
He needed a little guidance, but he was also like reading the room.
He needed permission to blossom. What else? Parking isn't what I wanted it to be, but it did happen successfully.
I just put that out of my mind.
Our parking, so our wedding started at 6, 7?
It was scheduled to start at 6.
But
we had put
5.
Yeah, we put 5 on the invitations.
Parking is free starting at 6. So a lot of people had to pay for parking and that kind of stuff, which I actually didn't get a single complaint about it other than your mom originally.
My mom had something to say about everything. But
which is fine. I liked it.
It was fine. The parking was fine. Everyone figured it out. Because there was that parking deck right next to us. Everyone was able to figure it out, and it worked out fine.
I think once you started seeing people walking in clusters, like it was a few people at the very beginning of the wedding that was like, hey, where do I park? But once like everyone started showing up and you started seeing clusters of people walking,
then you just go in the direction they came from.
I think we pretty much cleared most of the details. We might as well. My team, we were not the best unit. We actually started off very slow. It was really nice the first half of the day. We cooked breakfast. Me and Jim kind of hung out. But there was a few issues. Jamin left his suit pants in Oregon. He thought he packed it. Joshua, number 1, never got his suit tailored. He didn't realize that tailoring meant both the top and the bottom. Joshua Garcia, he never got a suit. So they sent him a suit, he never received the suit, and they just said it was his loss pretty much. So we had to kind of improvise that. So pretty much the second half of pre-wedding for my side, we were looking for pants. We had like 3 people that needed pants. Eventually, Jamin went to TJ Maxx and he brought like 5 pairs of pants or 3, a lot of pants. Just brought it to the house because we all wear about the same size. We all kind of shuffled, figured things out, and you really couldn't notice anybody. The only one you could notice is Josh during the reception when he started dancing and stuff, his pants kind of got a little unhemmed at the bottom. They're like, hey dude, like you're sort of pins right now, like slow down.
Wait, he had pins in it?
Yeah, he had pins. Demarion, his suit was flawless. My suit was good. Yeah, that was the only hiccup. Everything else was pretty streamlined. Yeah, your part.
We were pretty good. I know. Let me see. So Wendy forgot her dress at home, but her brother brought it for her in the morning. I think that's what happened. Yeah, she forgot something, and her brother had to bring it for her. Cincy showed up in the morning. We all got ready together. It was great. It was a blast. My hair in the video was a wig, because I had vacation hair underneath. But my wig was not cooperating the night before, and so they spent like all morning fixing it. What else?
The wedding did not start on time.
Listen,
the wedding was very drastically.
And that literally.
I actually agree. I agree with your mother on that one.
The wedding not starting on time wasn't even necessarily on anyone specifically.
I don't know.
Who do you think it was on? Because it wasn't on me.
I don't know who it was. I mean, I would say like I don't know who it was on. I think, what did you say? You said that you guys forgot the whatever things.
Napkins were forgotten.
And
for the reception.
What is it called? Things that you guys hold.
Oh, the bouquets. The bouquets. We left them in the hotel room bags.
Yeah. So there was
that was like the hotel was across the street, so that took like 10 minutes max. We were all done, makeup done, all downstairs in the bridal suite by like I was the last one to get in the bridal suite. Aside from the bouquet issue, I was in there around 4:30, 4:45. We were all in the building.
But regardless, like me and my guys, we were basically just standing for about an hour and a half. The only thing I didn't like about the venue as a whole was my suite was right by the actual wedding hall. So a few people knew that we were there, and a few people, it's just like the time was a lot more sensitive on my suite versus you. You were like
we were in the basement.
Yeah, you were like 2 floors down. So I could see, like I had live feed basically of like how antsy people were getting and all of this stuff. And
that's also partially because initially we had planned, like when we sent out the invitations and said 5 o'clock and started at 6, we'd intended for there to be stuff in the lobby for them.
We did.
And then last second we cut it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I would have kept that. I would have invested. We were saving, honestly, transparently speaking, we were saving like $600, and we talked to your mom.
Yeah, and she got mad about it later.
We were like, hey, like, should we do this? And your mom was like,
she was like, yeah, you don't need to have like the appetizers and stuff sitting there.
Yeah.
And then later on, she's like, why didn't you have anything for them? They were waiting for so long. Like, we literally talked to you before we cut it out.
Yeah.
But okay.
So yeah, I would have added that part. I mean, I don't know. Would I? Would have not? Probably would have just moved the wedding and just not have. I would have probably just moved the wedding up instead of investing another $600. But also our caterer, Fox Bros, they were like the invoice was invoicing like every day they would like add something to the invoice, and they would say like, oh yeah, we talked about it, and I'm like, I don't remember.
Not what we said.
Yeah, like I don't remember. And I don't want to say that's not what we said.
But that's not what we. That was
that's
not
what
our
we
understanding.
meant. Yeah, that's not what we meant. Like we didn't. Like the invoice would be like $1,000 or like 10,000. No, how much? Like
it was like $3,000.
Yeah, like 3,000, and then I would wake up the next day in an email, and now it's 3,200, and I'm like trying to scan the invoice, and there's bread, and she's like, oh yeah, you said you wanted bread, and then we didn't put bread, so now we're adding bread back, and I'm like, okay, no. Like, just scratch the bread at this point.
At this point, we don't need the bread.
Like, we're not spending, and I'm saying 200. It wasn't 200. It was like $350 worth of bread.
It was. It's
like
a lot.
Of
like
sliced bread.
And then switching between different options of chicken, like chicken eighths versus chicken quarts
and fourths and halves, and
it's like a $600 difference every time you change it. It's like, okay, hold on now.
Yeah.
So,
And then originally we said we wanted chicken, and they were gonna give us like pulled chicken, and they never updated the invoice. So then when I caught it, they added like what was it, like an eighth of the chicken?
Eighths. But then the eighths, they were like, the eighths are small.
Yeah.
And they could get this or this or this if it's an eighth.
Yeah.
And so we're like, just do the fourths.
And keep in mind, none of us, like, neither one of us know what a fourth, the eighth, the half, the full, like, just tell me how it is. Like, is it a wing and a thigh per person? Is it what is it? Is it a dark meat combo, a number 3?
We got that clarification with, like, if it's a wing or a thigh and stuff like that. We're like, okay, we'll just do the quartz, which was the thigh and like the and then at that point it's like, okay, do that. I'm not changing it again. Don't put anything else on there. I'm done. Right now, don't change a thing.
There was like a hostility point where like I had to, because she was doing a lot of the emailing, but like there was a point where like I had to hop into the email chain. I was like, hey, like, do not change anything else until you give me a phone call. Like I I have. Because, like, at that point, like, all of our money were now in buckets. Like, we're saying this is, like, 2-3 weeks before the wedding. Like, we're there. So, like, money was already in buckets. Money was already spent. So, when I'm getting invoices that are, like, just changing drastically, there was a point where I had to print out 4 separate invoices, use a highlighter. Like, wait, so that changed in this one, but this one. And I understand what they were doing. Like, they wanted to make sure that everybody was fed. Like, they wanted to make sure that everything was going to go as successful as possible. But the wedding tax is real. And everybody at the wedding doesn't need to go home full. Like, you can go home satisfied. Like, especially since we had like 10 kids at the wedding. Like, they don't need a wing, a thigh, a drum. Like, they don't need everything. Like, less. And we had a lot of food left over.
Yeah, because we brought home so much food.
We had a lot of chicken.
Yes, there was so much chicken. Like, we
everything
chicken
else
for
was
days.
taken, but the chicken.
And then the rice. The rice was a lot. Wendy
but that
came
was a
over.
Separate thing. That was.
Wendy came over, ate the rice several times.
Yeah, the rice was not by Fox Bros.
The rice was by my aunt. It was pretty.
Yeah. Which that was a little thing too.
Yeah, I was just a little.
We'll skip that whole part just in case anybody has our card on file.